Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
I'm sorry you guys had to slum it for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a little rough having you here this week. And Terrence.
What's going on?
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to let you just come back here all arrogant. Fuck out of here. How dare you? So we are back. Yes, thank you to the B team who came in today to replace Carrie. That was awesome. Thank you. All right, so we do have plenty in checked out. I think we're going to kind of hit them quickly because there's a number of things on there. A little bit of science and tech. Lightning Round is back. Movie and TV news. We got some big news because fuck us, right? And all the big news comes out the day after we record on 2 shows in the same week. Wow. Question of the Week is back. And of course, What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD, is back. And trailers, where we will talk about, of course, Birds of Prey, amongst others. Okay, so let's get right into it. Checked out. Terrence and I, we sat down and talked about Terrence watched Dolomite Is My Name, which is coming to Netflix at the end of the month. And I think it's in theaters like the middle of the month or something. So check out that review in the Coming Distractions podcast feed or on YouTube, youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse. Also, there is a review in those same places for Joker, which Terrence and I both saw. So we had a pretty decent conversation, I think, about 20 minutes or so on a review of that. So check those out. There is no spoilers in either review. And then most likely next week we will have a total spoiler conversation or a spoiler review for Joker, most likely between the 3 of us. So check those out, share them out. That would be really highly appreciated. Okay, I had the chance to see the Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, as I promised people I would watch. No. Look, I didn't hate the movie. I really didn't. I had fun in parts. Again, I stand by this. Tyrese was right. He was right. Like, that movie is missing something, and it's missing that core team. That's what it's missing. Because this movie, in and of itself, if you put the team, if it's just a regular Fast and Furious movie, I'm all in. Like, if Idris Elba is the villain in a regular Fast and Furious movie, it would have been a blast. And he could have superpowers. Who gives a shit? Like, they fly now.
Everybody else has superpowers.
Right. Yeah. They just haven't acknowledged it yet. Yeah. So, by the way, I assume this will be the way that like, in 10, they'll all get temporary superpowers, and that's how they'll walk on the moon, right, and fight each other. I don't know. But all in all, it was just too many old man, like, sniping jokes after a while, which is what you had said in your review, Terrence. I'm good. Like, I wouldn't be mad if another one got made, but I wouldn't rush out to see it. Yeah. Just like this one. Like, I can wait till I can watch it at home. So yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I thought it was fine. Idris Elba was great though. Like, I thought he was good.
Yeah, he fits in the universe.
Oh, 100%.
Automatically.
I look forward to his obvious turn the other way and becoming a hero. And for some reason they will continue to call him Brixton, which is ridiculous. But like, okay, that's not the name your mom gave you, but it's fine. I also finally had a chance to watch Aziz Ansari's latest stand-up, Right Now, which is on Netflix. I have to say I was thoroughly impressed because he dealt with the whole sexual assault, bad date, however you want to categorize it, situation that he went through a year ago, and he got super serious. Also, like, his comedy has really grown up. Like, you can really see it from, like, his previous performances. Like, he's kind of getting into much more socially aware comedy.
Yeah.
Like, was not his thing at all.
Yeah, you would not imagine that would be Aziz Ansari if you only knew him from Parks and Recreation.
Right. Like, he even makes fun of the fact of, like, there's an R. Kelly joke in this new stand-up, and he goes, yeah, it's really fucked up. Because I'm watching the R. Kelly documentary, and he's like, this is horrifying. Like, what these people have gone through. This is just insane. And then he goes, and then they're, like, talking about celebrities supporting him. And he's like, all I can think back is me, like, 3 specials ago. And I'm like, R. Kelly does amazing things. I love R. Kelly's music. What? Right, like he had a whole thing about it. And so he was like, and I'm just sitting there watching the documentary like, please don't put that clip up. Please don't put that clip up. Like, but he does a lot of jokes like just socially aware, like racially aware things and stuff like that, which I thought was really interesting.
Way more than you would think
for him
in particular.
Yeah, but he did do one thing that I thought throughout was really funny, which is like pick people in the audience to keep referencing back to. Like the one guy, he asked the guy his name, and he kept like throwing that guy into his jokes, which were just like very well timed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of cool to see him mature. Like I've always liked him as a comedian, but he's definitely more on the goofier side of comics that I like more of an immature kind of thing. But it's kind of cool to watch him grow. Like it's significant, I think, from his last stuff. And I wonder if that has to do with obviously what he went through and what he put that woman through. And sort of the backlash of that. And then, like, also, what is it? What's the show? Master of None is a much more serious thing, too. So I'm wondering if he's kind of maturing just in general, and that's just coming through in his work. So it's kind of dope to watch.
Yeah.
Now, I assume this is you. You watch Nikki Glaser?
Yeah, Nikki Glaser has a new Netflix special. She's a comedian. She has a new Netflix special.
I like her.
I think Nikki Glaser is very, very funny.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is.
She's a white woman. I've got, yeah.
But she's like part of her whole thing is like she's also pretty attractive, and it's like she kind of plays into that whole thing too.
She's not unattractive, but she's not.
No, she's not like drop dead gorgeous. But like I remember, I think it's Nikki Glaser.
She's
like
very cute.
Right, but I think it was like a number of like a special or one or two specials ago. Like she did a whole thing about like being hit on a lot, like by dudes or something like that. So like she plays into that whole thing.
So this special is called Bangin', and there's a lot of sex talk in it.
Yeah, that's kind of her thing.
Yep, and it's funny. And her type of humor is that she is like she's dripping with sarcasm, so much so that you can see it. But if you're dumb. Like, if you're one of the dumb guys that she is obviously referencing in her sarcasm, you're not going to get it. But everyone else with a brain is going to get it and appreciate it. She's a very, very good stand-up with a pretty excellent delivery. And she was recently on the roast of Alec Baldwin. Her set. Yo, come on.
Really?
Yeah, she knows how to roast people. So if you are a fan of not being offended by comedy, I mean,
comedy is dead, Mike, and the woke culture destroyed it. Everyone knows this. I've been red pilled. Sorry, I watched the Joker.
I would check this out if you're not afraid to see a lady stand up. You know, we talk about stand up a lot, but we don't talk too much about lady stand-ups because one, there aren't too many that are high profile, and
sadly, yeah.
And two, we're black men, and we usually don't see,
it's like Wanda Sykes,
right?
Like she's kind of one of the only few that's kind of lasted,
right. So, check her out. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed.
Did you? Yeah. I'm very interested to. Okay, one. Let me Kruskin the magician on this one. Did you watch this movie for survey says Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, Jennifer Lopez might be the most attractive woman on the planet.
How is she still getting hotter every year? It doesn't make sense.
Like I don't know what the formula is. She has fucking cracked it, and she ain't sharing it with nobody.
You know what I think it is? You get engaged to rich dudes and then you bounce. Every time she does that, she gets an extra 10 years.
Good God, man. And look, not to be outdone, if you're a Lizzo fan, Lizzo is about 2 pasties and a thong away from being butt-ass naked in this movie. She is not, and look, she is not afraid to just fucking roll up there, running around with them big-ass titties just swinging. I'm like,
Terrence is like,
I have to watch this movie.
Is it good, though?
I enjoyed the movie. It is a crime drama comedy about these strippers who, when the economy burst, they find themselves out of work because the club is going down, and they gotta take on other jobs, and the rich Wall Street types aren't coming into the club anymore. So what they decide to do is because they've had a bit of a client list, that of famous dudes that come to the strip club. They decide, okay, we're gonna come in, we're gonna Cosby them, and then we're gonna steal their money, and make a bunch of charges and get a bunch of cash advances.
Oh damn!
And say, hey, you had a phenomenal time last night. They can't remember shit because they were Cosby'd. So they're like, I guess I did. And if any one of them have the nerve to be like, nah, you roofied me, and they would say, what you gonna do about it? Who you gonna tell? Your wife? Who you gonna tell? Your job? That you spent all this money on your corporate card? Dumbass.
Yeah, you gotta eat that one. And by the way, who pays for strippers with a corporate card? My nigga, like
you know who was in this movie? I can't remember that woman's name. The woman on Instagram. The woman on Instagram. The woman on Instagram. Demetrius was
Stormy
like,
Meyer.
Huh?
Stormy Meyer.
Yeah, she's in the movie.
She was in an episode of fucking. She's Gotta Have It.
Oh, really?
She played.
Which one?
It was like. Calm down. It was like the second to last or the last episode. She was what's his name's girlfriend for like an episode.
I don't know who this person is.
Huh?
Is she?
You don't remember? You don't remember.
The things I remember from that movie are DeWanda Wise's booty hole in the first episode. Her whole booty hole in that first episode. That's what I remember.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Stormy, what's the name?
That's what her name is on Instagram.
Stormy Maya?
Yeah, you know it when you see it.
Yeah, see, she's becoming
very
famous. Popular now. We should have interviewed her.
Yeah, you should have got that interview.
Oh, that. No.
She's in the movie. She doesn't have a speaking role.
No, of course not. Of course not. No offense, but knock it off. Oh yeah, light-skinned girl with the huge boobs.
She's been in quite a few things.
Yeah, I'm sure she has.
Good on you. Proud of you for moving on up. But this movie is pretty good. And it kind of follows the beats that you think it would.
Yeah. Okay, I remember.
Yeah. It follows the beats that you think it would.
Lord, what the fuck? That doesn't make no damn sense. Anyway, continue.
The surgeon is very talented.
Like it don't match your body.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Bizarre.
Yeah, you're getting wildly top heavy. Like you just are, yo.
Oh shit,
that's funny.
Yeah, so the movie's pretty good. It goes in the direction where you think it's going to go. All this money, all this easy money is very corruptible.
Of course.
And friendships are tested, but
isn't the mom from Fresh Off the Boat? She's sort of the main character?
Yeah, she's the main character. She did an okay job. I didn't have a problem. My wife thought that Ali Wong would have done that role better.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. Because Ali Wong just kind of has that type of personality.
Yeah, I just didn't see the mom from
Constance Wu.
Thank you. Yeah, I just didn't. I didn't. I couldn't see that.
Yeah, but yeah, she's the film is okay. It's a decent matinee. I wouldn't rush out to go see it. But if you don't have nothing to do, and it's late at night and your wife's out of town.
Where's this going?
You want to look at Jennifer Lopez just in the most sexy things I've ever seen in my entire life. Yo, Jennifer Lopez might be the most attractive woman on the planet.
You know how
50.
Yeah, you know how hot Jennifer Lopez is.
Damn.
Like you know how hot Jennifer Lopez is. I went and saw the screener for that one movie, like I guess maybe like 2 years ago, where she fucks the high school student. I was like, this movie looks terrible. And then as I'm watching, I'm like, this movie is not good. And then she has a sex scene with the 18-year-old. I was like, wow. I'm so glad I saw this movie. It was amazing. And then everything else after it was awful. But yeah, it was worth it for that like 2 minutes. Okay, Hustlers. So I don't think you've had a chance to watch this. Have you, Criminal?
No, not yet.
Oh, you're missing out. So Criminal is this new show on Netflix. And it is very uniquely done because it is each episode is like so it's broken up into multiple series, right? So there's Criminal UK, Criminal Germany, Criminal Spain, and Criminal France, right? So the idea, like if you actually go on to Netflix, there's 4 different ones on there, right? So each series is like 3 episodes, and how it works is they're all about like the interrogation room like scenario of a particular criminal. So each episode is completely independent of the other ones, right? They're not continuations or anything, at least not on the UK version. But the story never leaves the interrogation room. Like they have a limited amount of time that they're trying to get this person to confess of this crime, and you kind of learn about the crime as they're talking. And it somehow, much like Mindhunters, is some of the most interesting fucking television I've ever watched. Like the first episode of the UK one is a guy's daughter is killed, and they think that he did it, right? The second one is a guy ends up dead because he's been poisoned with rat poison, and they bring in the first episode. The person they're interviewing is David Tennant, who played Doctor Who.
Oh, so it's not real.
No, these aren't
a documentary.
No, it's not a documentary. And then the second episode is Haley Atwell.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, even though she looks kind of like a trashy London girl, I was like, still would.
Yeah.
Still would. And like the third episode is about a guy, they're trying to find this truck. Like, so it's really a time sensitive thing, right? But it solely deals with the room, right? And then there's like, weirdly, they touch on the dynamics of the police officers or the investigators outside of the room, like just in the moments of them, like one guy walks out and another guy walks in, and like they have like a little interaction or something like that. So they're kind of building this story, but they don't super go into the background of it. Like they just kind of throw you in the middle of it. It's
the
super
same
wild.
Cops in each episode? Is it different people?
No, it's the same. It's the same precinct. It's the same people.
Okay.
And it's like each of the interrogators have their own little style, right? Like so, there's like maybe 5 or 6 of them, right? And there's like like the main kind of guys, like this like the head of the team is like this older white guy, and then there's like this like middle-aged, maybe about our age or so, black dude who's like his whole thing is like, we need you to get in this person's face, right? Like to really call this person out, to kind of anger them to respond to you. Right. And then like there's another young guy that they do the same thing with, right? Like, so they all work together to build, like they fake argue between each other to pull the other person in, the suspected or the suspect and stuff like that. It's super fascinating.
So
yeah, it's really, really
is
cool.
it like a set amount of episodes per country?
3 episodes per country.
3 episodes per country.
And they're only like 40 minutes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They're very easy to watch, but it's very, very intense television. So I would highly recommend it. All right. That's it for Checked Out. Let's jump right into Science and Tech. Amazon is working on pushing their cashier-less Go technology to airports and movie theaters. We'll specifically talk about the movie side of it. Basically, what they want to do is replace having cashiers at concession stands. So you just come in, you scan your phone or what have you, it bills you, and then you just take the thing that you want.
What's going to stop me from taking like 3 drinks instead of 1?
Yeah, because you're paying for 3. You might as well get them.
I mean, that's fair.
$4.50 for a bottle of water. You better get out of my face.
Nah, I go somewhere else and just sneak it in. Yeah. No, but
7-Eleven right next to the fucking movie theater.
That 7-Eleven does incredible business. I think the idea is with Amazon, like I know with their Amazon Go stores, like the grocery stores, like everything is on like weighted platforms, so they know if you took 1 muffin versus 2 muffins, like they know that shit. And if you take
pockets,
2,
and I usually have somebody with me.
No. But the thing is, when you take those things off, if you
weighted things in the actual
right, so you just get charged, dog.
You got to Indiana Jones that shit.
Yeah. How much does a muffin weigh? Exactly 0.3 ounces. Like, this is really not worth it. I'll just pay the extra 50 cents. Why are we building sandbags in my house for 4 days trying to steal muffins? It's stupid. My guess is like the sodas and things like that. It'll be interesting to see how they do that. But they're planning on doing it for stadiums too.
So there's no
stadiums
at all.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Fucked up.
It is, but I mean,
okay,
'tis the future.
You know what's fucked up is that it's not like the stuff is going to go down in price.
That's actually my, like, people losing their jobs.
Oh, yeah,
I'm weirdly not as concerned about that. I feel like I'm getting screwed because, who are you paying now? Right. Why is it still $78 for some fucking chicken tenders? Yo, I paid $5 for a bag of M&M's. $5?
No, fuck that, yo. No. For some M&M's that you can put in your pocket?
Nah, it makes me mad. It makes me really mad. What do you got? One of those cafe lattes in there? Yeah, so it will be interesting. I don't know how the food is going to work though. I guess they're going to have areas where it's like preheated, and then you just kind of live. I mean, that's how it is in the movie theater.
It is now, yo. No, I'm not paying $17 for some nachos and a cheeseburger or hot dog.
But you will.
Preheated hot? No, I don't. Are you crazy? Unless I'm going.
No, I won't. Like,
I don't
not
get
you
food at the
exactly.
movie theater unless I go to the one in Towson, because that's food that they actually cook.
Oh yeah, like a fancy
U seats.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm not going to regular. I'm not paying $20 for no goddamn nachos.
My wife always gets food at the theater. I hate it because I don't know. I get M&Ms and like that's it. I might get a water.
I'll get a popcorn and a drink, and I'm still just fucking furious.
No, I won't get popcorn because it's too expensive.
Yeah. And the nigga, you pay $5 for some M&M's.
Yes, I'm not pleased about it. I'm not pleased about it.
But the popcorn is too expensive.
No, if I get both of those things, no, that's all my money for the week. You can't afford lunch the next day. Like, it's insane. Yeah, so that's great that Amazon Go is doing this, I suppose. But no, the prices are not going to go down. They're going to go up. Like, well, we've got to pay for the technology.
We got to pay for the machine. That's a one-time cost.
Right? Like, fuck off. So I guess it's going to be just like one dude there who just works on the machine.
Yeah, like the self-checkout at the grocery store.
Yeah, just one person like...
Y'all use those things?
Yes.
Self-checkout?
Yeah, steal stuff all the time. I mean, I don't. That's not true.
I use self-checkout at like Home Depot.
Theirs works the best.
Yeah, there is. Actually. It's very nice, and it's got the little...
Like, you can do a little hand scan.
Yeah. No, I generally don't
you
like...
have a hand scanner because you usually have big shit.
Yeah, you got big fucking
lumber and shit.
I usually don't, just because I'm like, yo, this is your job.
So you don't use it, not out of respect for the people.
I have worked retail enough that I'm not checking and bagging my own shit.
But, like, to me, it's faster.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like, look, I don't go to...
I go to the Old People Giant. You go to the Old People Giant?
No, I do not.
Yeah, all right, then. You go to the Old People Giant and try to go to that thing? Jesus Christ.
They're like, how do I put in parsley? Fuck. Jesus Christ. Like, if you're getting fresh fruits and vegetables, don't use the automated thing.
Yeah, please
Don't do that. Like, unless you got like one apple. Okay, that's fine. But if you got like, when we go to like do grocery time, we buy a lot of vegetables, right? Like, we don't go to the automatic checkout line because it would take too long. Oh, let me weigh my, fucking mangoes and my papayas. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? Come on, let's wrap it up. That's where all the pre-processed shit that's killing us. That's what you use the automated line for. Hello. It's obvious. Yeah, so Amazon Go. Amazon, once again, crushing jobs and the little man.
Yeah, kind of. Huh.
Yeah, I guess they'll get exactly what they deserve. Lightning round this week. Micah.
Kevin Smith, who was recently in Washington, D.C. for the AEW wrestling match.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was, because Chris Jericho is going to be in his Jay and Silent Bob movie. So Chris Jericho was like, hey, come on over and look at my weird old man chest.
Yeah, he doesn't care anymore.
No, he does not.
Do you want a little of the bubbly?
Do a little bit of the bench press. And so he's in the news because
this is really funny.
he's doing the rounds because he's got Jay and Silent Bob reboot coming out, and he announced on Twitter that in addition to Jay and Silent Bob reboot coming out, there will be a Clerks 3. He took a picture with Jason Mewes and Jeff Anderson, who plays Randall, and he gives this really long Instagram message that I'm not going to read, but Clerks 3. Are you excited? I was not a huge fan of Clerks 2. I think I'm aging out of Kevin Smith's brand of humor.
Yes, that is correct. I thought there were parts of Clerks 2 that were funny. The Lord of the Rings conversation was funny. Mm-hmm. When he got that dude to throw up because he said that Sam got Frodo bricked in Sam's mouth. That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, there are some moments, but overall, I don't think Clerks 2 is nearly as good as Clerks 1. And I think it's because Clerks 1 was made on a fucking nickel budget, and he was just super hungry. And he was just trying to make something that was unique, and it was just a moment in time, and it just super worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm aging out of his stuff too. And it doesn't seem like
he's aging with us.
Right. He seems to be kind of stuck there.
Yeah.
And that to me is not particularly interesting to watch. Now, here's the thing. If we get a screener for Clerks 3, I'll probably see that. Right? Like because I'm sort of interested, but I would never pay to see it. I never would. Like I feel like it's just like Mallrats 2. I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I know this is like blasphemy. I don't think Mallrats 1 is that great. In the Kevin Smith like movies, I don't think Mallrats is that great.
Skew-universe?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You know what Kevin Smith movie I really like, that's probably my favorite, Dogma.
Yeah, Dogma's a great movie.
I like Dogma, but all the other ones I can take or leave. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. For me, it's Clerks. It's probably Clerks, Dogma, Chasing Amy, and then I don't really give a shit about the rest of it.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't Chasing Amy like him trying to convert a lesbian or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was sort of a kind of like a love triangle. Like, yeah, they were both in love with Amy, and she was a lesbian.
Okay.
It was an interesting story, but no, I don't need this. Have you ever seen any of these movies, Terrence?
No.
Okay, I
don't think he's funny.
No. Okay, that's fair.
Jay and Silent Bob, no. I've seen Jay and Silent Bob.
I would not have started with Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, that's like deep into their like bullshit.
Oh, and then Clerks, no. I know it was in black and white, the first one, right?
Yeah, that's Clerks.
And no, never seen them. Never wanted to.
You never saw Clerks at all?
No.
Yeah, now it's too late.
No, it's just way too late.
Yeah, you'd be like...
I probably would have been like, what the fuck is this when it came out?
Right. Like,
I can see that.
I mean, maybe, but you also, like, it's very 90s and you, like, can't hardly wait and stuff like that. Like, it's still in that world. You know what I mean? Like, it's got that teen angst kind of shit. Like,
how old is he?
He's 10 years older than us.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have actually liked it back then. Now, I would highly recommend you not watch it. But yeah, when you were in your fucking Can't Hardly Wait bag, yeah, I'm sure you were.
Wait, when did Clerks come out? Because Can't Hardly Wait came out like 99.
I don't know.
Like right when I graduated.
While you look that up, I like Kevin Smith as a person. I think he's a nice
1994.
guy.
I was 13.
Yeah, you might have though. You might have been getting into your white people angst bag.
Not yet.
Like, what? Okay, hold on a second. What other movies in that world of Can't Hardly Wait that you really enjoy?
I don't remember them.
You're lying to us.
No, I'm serious. Like you'd have to name them.
You can't hardly remember them.
I can't hardly. Yeah, shut up. Between
he's got a laundry list running through his head, and he's like, if I say
you're talking about like horror movies or whatever.
No, I'm talking about just like the teen, like the sort of teen movies.
90s teen movies.
Yeah, do you like Go?
No, it was all about.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
then.
Oh, you don't know Go? Oh, Go's a good.
What is Go?
That was Go is a like
a Common song.
Yes, it is also that. It was a movie. It was more in the sort of rave kid.
No,
like late 90s.
No, I don't see Terrence raving nothing.
Like no, that doesn't sound appealing at all.
Fair enough.
No, that's like my favorite movie. Not my favorite movie, but that was like one of my favorites. That
he said it.
Movie.
You heard him say it.
I heard that Freudian slip.
Anyway, not another teen movie, but that was like 2000 something. That's really funny to me.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
No.
What? You
what
just
the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's like years later.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of those movies.
I mean, it's not like they're your favorite movie.
I know the movie.
Wild Things.
Who was in that? Wasn't Kevin Bacon in that?
Yeah. And
fucking Christmas Jones.
That nuclear physicist or whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah, Christmas Jones.
I think I've seen it, but I think I only watched it because there was supposed to be some sex scene.
Yeah, because they made out.
It was the hot makeout scene, and then she pulled her fucking teeth out, and I was like, end of this. Fucking done.
Cruel Intentions.
I don't care for that movie because I wanted to throw Sarah Michelle Gellar in front of a train.
Yeah.
She was awful. She looked hot as shit, but she was awful in that fucking movie.
I remember that movie.
And she was fucking her stepbrother, dude.
Yeah,
that was
gross.
Wildly unacceptable. Ryan Phillippe?
Fear. With
that was Marky Mark.
Marky Mark.
That was like the mid 90s, right?
I have no idea. I'm just naming movies.
Like it's like, have you seen Transformers? Did you like that?
Yeah. Fear was like
Fear was 1996.
Yeah, that would have been in your white boy bag.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
nothing like right home about. There's something specific about Can't Hardly Wait that I really enjoy.
Yes, it's clearly your favorite. You said it, your favorite movie.
Let's move on. Because I don't know. I couldn't name any other.
I'm gonna come up with something.
I did like the.
Here we go. Oh, I can't remember anything.
No, because there's specific movies. I actually enjoyed the Romeo and Juliet. What's his name in it? I don't know why.
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
It's stupid as fuck.
I've never seen it. You know why? Because here's a really ridiculous thing I'm going to say. I'm more of a Shakespeare purist. I am.
No, it's stupid. It is.
But that's a very solidly teen movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's
okay. Learning a lot about Terrence today. All right, Micah, and I need you to read exactly what I wrote.
Eddie Murphy threatens to make Beverly Hills Cop 4.
You guys interested in this?
Oh no, I am not, because the third one was not good.
I never saw it.
Was not good.
When he was in the fucking amusement park?
No, isn't that the one where he had cornrows or some shit like little dreads?
I don't think
I was out.
I don't think he had cornrows.
There was a couple of stats. Did you know that while Beverly Hills Cop 3 was a flop, the first movie was one of the biggest hits in the 1980s, as hard as it might be to believe now? It was the top grossing movie of 1984.
Yes, that I did know. Not the year I didn't know, but I knew it was of its year.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
Yo, that's when Eddie Murphy was he was unbeatable, huge. Dude. He was unbeatable.
It out-earned Ghostbusters and Temple of Doom.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wow.
Holy shit, I didn't realize they were the same year.
Yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah.
The sequel was the third biggest movie of 1987, beating out Lethal Weapon, Dirty Dancing, and Predator.
Yo! Okay. I'm looking at the film franchise. I thought this said the box office of Beverly Hills Cop 1 was $735 million. Like, yo, that is an insane amount of money.
Yo,
for that
I'm about to say, Beverly Hills Cop made more than Batman v Superman.
Made $700 million.
Yes.
Even that?
That's only 3 movies. God, 3 comedies.
By the way,
and one of them was bad.
By the way, with a budget of $85 million. Altogether. No, that's not bad. All right, Beverly Hills Cop 4. I get it.
That's insane.
Holy shit. I didn't realize it had done that. Wow.
You know what? I'm part of the problem. I would watch it.
No, but you know what?
If the trailer looked funny, I would watch it.
Here's the thing. And I agree with you. I wrote threatened because, I mean, let's get real.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah. Which we're not sure Eddie Murphy still is. But the first one made $300 million in profit.
God damn.
That's pretty impressive for a comedy.
For 84?
Dude.
Right.
The budget was $15 million and it made $316.4 million. Dude, now, if you made a movie for $15 million, I'd be like, let's make 30 of them. Why don't we make a Beverly Hills Cop cinematic universe at that point?
Right.
Like, that's nuts. Holy shit.
That's impressive.
That's really, it really is. But Beverly Hills Cop is a damn funny movie. And it still holds up. It still holds up. And 2 holds up too. They're both very good. 3, I was like, no. Because didn't it come out? Yeah, it came out damn near fucking
in the 90s.
Yeah, 1994.
Yeah. That was not. But I would still see it. It's Eddie Murphy. I got to give him a shot. Apparently, he's going to be on SNL this year, which
I will watch that.
That would be very interesting. Okay, look.
That'll be telling.
I said I would go see Eddie Murphy live, stand up. Depending on how he does.
You're going to qualify that shit.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, you can be a better stand-up comic than you can be on SNL, but it is going to be telling.
He kind of broke on SNL. Like he did.
Yeah, that was his thing.
You know, so
if he can pull off a great SNL performance, that is going to make people really excited to see his other stuff.
Yeah. So he's planning on doing that and then hitting the road.
I think he already is
stand up. He's already on the road.
I think I read an article. He's been on the road for a couple months.
Oh, really?
You have to.
Trying to work stuff out.
Yeah, you can't just get like your Netflix special.
You can't jump into it. You got to
untested.
Right. You got to
37 years.
You got to work shit out
for
you got to
probably $30 million.
You ever seen a comedian just kind of like a famous comedian just like at a local club just working shit out?
Like, no, I kind of wanted to see that. I want to see like Chris Rock at like the Cellar or some shit like that.
It would be super
kind of like he did in that movie,
right? Yeah. Like I've seen Dion Cole at the DC Improv, and he explained that he's just kind of trying to work out some material. It's very casual, like it's very like just how in typical stand up, it's that one person and he or she has captivated your attention and they have a story or a routine. No, he's just fucking shooting the shit.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what works.
Just trying to figure out what works, trying to figure out delivery. It's kind of cool to see that process.
He's got a Netflix
special coming up.
Yeah. Dion Cole is hilarious.
Yeah. He really is.
Yeah. He reminds me of that guy like there are comedians and what people refer to as like comedians. He feels like a guy who makes comedians laugh. Yeah. Right? Like he's just a naturally funny guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that stand-up is going to be hysterical. So yeah, I mean, look, I'm fine with this, I suppose. I'm going to need to see that SNL performance.
Like, what is he going to be doing? Is he going to be playing a cop? Like an old cop? I think almost 60. If not already 60.
Like, look.
For real.
Here's the thing. You got to get the original people back. Like, if it's old Axel Foley, you got to bring him out of retirement and bring Judge Reinhold out of retirement.
Yo, what's the last thing he's been in?
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Was he in that?
Yeah, he was in Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Why? Judge Reinhold. Wolf. Well, he would be perfect because he chubbed up just like Eddie did.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Do some with them cheekbones there, hobgoblin. God damn.
Oh, Judge Reinhold.
Next up, let's see. Did you title this funny? Jordan Peele to write and direct 2 more films for Universal. So it looks like Get Out and the Us writer-director Jordan Peele has no plans to stop making killer horror movies anytime soon. All right, I hate writers. Look, Universal Film Entertainment Group Chairman Donna Langley says Jordan has established himself as a premier voice in an original storyteller with global appeal. He makes us a lot of money.
Right.
He is leading a new generation of filmmakers that have found a way to tap into the cultural zeitgeist to give us more money with groundbreaking content that resonates with audiences of all backgrounds because everybody has money. We also share an important goal with Monkey Paw when it comes to making money and to increase representation on screen in the characters that are portrayed, the stories that are told, and the people who tell them, and making all the money. Jordan says it wouldn't have been possible to make Get Out and Us without the endless trust and support of that we received from Donna Langley, cut the check, and the team at Universal. Their willingness to take risks and their commitment to original content makes them the perfect collaborative partner for Monkey Paw. I couldn't be more excited for the big paydays that lie ahead.
Yo, I'm about to get.
So yeah, look, Us, I think, was very good. I didn't. I think everyone else hyped it up because they were like, oh, let's see what this, because Get Out was so like mind blowing, and
Yes.
Us was just like a straight like Twilight Zone story.
Yeah.
And people weren't blown away by it. Like that's the problem with like being black and creative and
Well, and your freshman hit is fucking mega hit.
phenomenal.
Right. Well, I also to that point, I think that no matter how many times Jordan Peele said this is not about race,
Right.
no one listened, and they're like waiting on that race angle, huh? He telling us to get out of the U.S., huh? You get it? He's sending them.
That was a legit thing. Yo.
Yeah, people thought that.
People thought that shit.
I was like, but it's not about he. But the director said
multiple times, man.
and people don't listen.
If you get out the U.S., you'll have a harder time watching my movie and making me money.
Right.
Stay here. And watch it.
Also, I live here. What are you talking about? Get out. He's trying to send us a message. He's the modern Marcus Garvey. No, he's just a nigga making horror movies. Relax.
Right. He's just a weirdo who likes watching people die. Just like the rest of us. I mean, what the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean the rest of us? Huh? Like what? Said the loud part soft and soft part loud. Yeah, I hope that people just actually go and watch the movies instead of trying to look for the angle. Because that's what made Get Out so good, is that you were like, oh wow, this is a really cool story. And then it was just like, and then it fucking made a left and everyone was like, whoa. But instead with Us, everyone was trying to guess what the thing was. Guess.
Yeah, and
it takes away. Yeah, you take away from it. I actually really enjoyed Us quite a lot. That might be one to do for like a Halloween episode for Black or Black Cinema. But it was fun. But yeah, I think people the expectations were too high, just for everybody. I mean, just naturally they were too high. So
yeah, and
I look forward to those.
I have a feeling that people, when this third movie comes out, people are going to be like, all right, well, he didn't do it for Us, but let's see what a racial angle is for this one. And then it's
you're not going to learn the same.
I don't want them to Shyamalan his ass.
Yeah, except
like he did always have twists, but
yeah,
people are going to expect it and shit like that.
Yeah. Sometimes like maybe his third movie, he's just like, fuck it, I'm doing a straight, just like no twist, just straight down the middle.
It might not be a horror movie.
That would be
a fucking romantic comedy.
And everybody's like waiting to the end. They're like, is he gonna kill her? Is he gonna kill her? Credits.
Like,
fuck,
no.
dude. They just made up. It's lame. All right.
Last up, Catwoman casting announcement is soon, and it is being reported that the film will have Selena Kyle as a woman of color. The news comes from Geeks Worldwide, so grab that salt shaker.
There was an actual reporter, like a reputable movie reporter, who also reported this.
Okay, and according to them, this is the list of actresses on the short list to be Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, Lupita Nyong'o, Tessa Thompson, Gugu Mbatha Raw, Alexandra Shipp, and and Terrence's sister.
Logan Browning. I hope it's Logan Browning.
Oh, I hope it's Logan Browning.
She's
too small.
Much.
Is she?
Everybody's small.
She's fine. She's real fine.
Yeah. She's super fine.
Terrence is not seeing this movie.
Of these people, who would you like to see as
I like Jay's pick.
Catwoman?
Mine?
Yeah, I like your pick. It was fine.
Yeah. I go Google. That's what I go with.
No, not Google. Your other pick.
Oh. Shade of Fire. Yeah,
Oh.
I mean that's a deep cut pick. That's what's the guy's name? Axel Braun pick. She's 100% getting that role whenever the poor version of this.
I think she was Catwoman in like a porn parody of I swear to God,
Yeah.
this is gonna bother the shit out of me.
Yeah, look, I will watch
Am I
that.
on your Wi-Fi? Yeah, okay.
Ugh. Don't be. Yeah, but it was funny because another article came out and said, "Oh, Catwoman, they're looking for a woman of color to play the role," and immediately my response was, "Yeah, they should choose Gugu Mbatha Raw." And it was like before the list came out, and they were like, "Hey, Gugu's on the list." I was like, "All right, that's fine." Like her and Logan Browning stand out the most to me for that role. Mm-hmm. Alexandra Shipp, no, nah.
I've never. Wait, I have seen her in a movie.
What?
In that X-Men movie that we watched.
She was in the Aaliyah movie too.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't spit on the grave of the dead. Fuck that. I like Aaliyah too much.
I like your facial response. She was in that Aaliyah movie. I didn't watch that. How dare you? Like you said something about his mom. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, like I've seen all of these actresses. Look, I love Lupita Nyong'o, but I just don't see her in that role.
No, I don't.
Tessa Thompson, I could see, but I mean, it would definitely work. I mean, she certainly has the physicality, I think, to pull it off, and she's got the look. They all have the look. Yeah, I guess I'd like to see. I wouldn't want Tessa Thompson or Lupita Nyong'o to do it because they're in the MCU.
Right.
I would like them to just stay there. And Logan Browning, she's ending. Dear White People is ending next season, so she's going to be free, I would suppose. And then Gugu Mbatha Raw is just in movies, so her schedule will be a little bit more open too. So, and Alexandra Shipp, no, just a general no. I don't think she's a very good actress.
Has she been in anything else other than two things? Like the X-Men franchise, like each individual movie don't count.
I've not seen her in anything else, but that was enough for me.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her.
Jesus Christ.
Besides that one X-Men movie.
I've seen her in two.
Wait, which one was she in?
She was in Apocalypse and in Dark Phoenix.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
One.
That was enough for me.
She's in the 2019 Shaft movie. She was
I did see that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Out of Compton?
I don't remember her in that, but I do remember her in Shaft. Shaft, she was okay. She wasn't in it that much to like get a real sense of who she is as an actress. So yeah, I'm going Google or Logan Browning. I think both of them are perfectly great choices, and both of them are super fine. So Robert Pattinson will be very very lucky to be on stage with them.
She played Ice Cube's wife.
Sure.
Straight out of Compton.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. So we'll see. Wow, that's interesting. John David Washington is rumored to be up for the role of Harvey Dent.
Wow. All right. I mean, goddamn.
Matt Reeves apparently gives no fucks about like what anybody on the internet has to say. Good for him.
Are we sure that Batman is being played by that white boy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, turns out Robert Pattinson is playing the Riddler, and Idris Elba will be, in fact, black. Batman, not Black Superman. Yeah, he's giving us the people of color Batman we've always wanted.
Oh shit!
Like, are there any white people in this movie besides Robert
Right,
Pattinson?
he's the only white person in the movie.
Right. Yo, it's him and maybe Jonah Hill, Jeffrey Wright, whoever they're picking for Catwoman, John David Washington.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright. That means Batgirl's gonna be black, probably
mixed.
I mean, or Puerto Rican, because, obviously, Jeffrey Wright, you can play whoever the fuck you want.
If he would have played him as Peoples, holy shit.
just straight Puerto Rican, like, wait, but how? Like, that's fine. I don't even know if he might be Afro-Latino. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
That's funny.
Hilarious.
You heard it here first. There are no white people in the new Batman movie. The funny thing is, I'm actually really surprised I've not seen any backlash to any of this. I really haven't.
People don't know about it yet. It's too far out.
Yeah, but nerds normally are like right in on that shit.
Yeah, but nerds, all right, they're not different. But I think it's way too far out for mainstream.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's coming. Don't worry.
Oh yeah. I mean, I will say this: when Jeffrey Wright got announced, people were just like, generally, people were like, yeah, no, I'm cool with that. Like, people really like Jeffrey Wright. Mm-hmm. So that'd be interesting. Catwoman will be different because, it's going to be...
She's a major player.
Right, but it's going to be hard for people. It's going to be funny. Like, why does Catwoman have to be black? This is da-da-da. I'll be like, but Eartha Kitt was Catwoman, Yeah. Like, in the 60s.
I wasn't alive then.
Fucking 60 years
ago. In the
ago.
60s, Like, she was.
She was the best one.
She was. I mean, the other woman who played her was fine, but Eartha Kitt was much better.
No, fuck a Julie. No.
But Eartha Kitt might have been part cat, which is also plays into it.
Right. Like she legitimately was.
Like,
Julie Newmar is just like, meow. Like, nah, that's not how you act like a cat.
Nah, Eartha Kitt was a fucking, she was method acting. She was wild as shit.
Right. Yeah. Black men are going to have a problem with this, too. Black men are going to have a problem with a black Catwoman kissing a white Batman.
Oh, well. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. What the hell do I care? Like, I just want to see a good Batman movie.
Get ready for that shit.
Oh, whoa. But why does he have to... Relax. Look, if I was Batman and I was looking at that list of women possibly playing out, if I'm Robert Pattinson, I'm like Elizabeth Warren. He was like, I upgraded from the Twilight chick to this. This is great. Glad I did those other movies. All right. Movie and TV news this week. Marvel's Disney Plus show budgets and the future of Marvel television. So this is super interesting. They're saying now that the budget for the Marvel shows on Disney Plus are somewhere between $100 to $150 million per show, for that one-time run. And they're between 6 to 8 episodes, which puts it anywhere between I think it's 12 to $18 million per episode, which is funny because if you look at the Netflix one, the budget for all 4 of those shows, all 5 of those shows was $200 million.
Combined?
Damn. Giving it about, or actually, I'm sorry, for the first 4 shows, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. The first seasons of those. So that was only about $3.8 million per episode spent versus 12 to 20 million that you're getting for Disney Plus. So it's a significant upscale in quality and production. Apparently Kevin Feige's whole thing is he wants to keep the look to be as close to the movie quality as possible so that these characters can move in and out, right? So it doesn't look, you're not going Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. quality versus, Iron Man, basically.
Look, you got the money. Better spend it.
Right. And I saw somebody online was like, oh, Disney sure is underestimating how many people are going to sign up for Disney Plus. I'm like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
Are you serious? Yeah.
And if they are, guess what? They got a lot of money, yo.
They're not going to run out
of money.
They're not going to run. Look, if they lost $150 million, that's nothing to them. Right. It's nothing. Who gives a shit?
They own the American Broadcasting Company, yo. What the
They'll be fine.
Our dudes made $1 billion over there. Is this year alone?
Right,
Like
exactly.
5 or 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be
One of
fun.
them made $3 billion.
Remember when we thought them buying Marvel was like, oh my God, $4 billion?
They made
How
that
are
shit
they
back
gonna?
in one movie. Come on, yo.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Not
They
only
made it back in like 2 movies.
yeah, like it was nothing, and and we'll talk about it. They've got 4 movies coming out in 2021. 4 of them. If they're all good, which I'm sure they will be, you have a possibility of getting 3, maybe 4 back-to-back-to-back-to-back billion-dollar movies.
They still got Star Wars coming this year, right?
Yep. And those almost always, except for the fucking dumb fuck controversy last time, they almost always make $2 billion.
That's insane. That's fucking obnoxious. Yeah.
Right, so that they'll be fine. So that's sort of interesting, just the amount of money that they're spending. The other aspect of the article, which is interesting, is that all the Marvel television shows are now, like, Marvel TV is being stripped of all of its power, basically, right? So, you know, Ghost Rider, Hellstrom, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all the Netflix shows, Inhumans, Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, all of that was under Marvel Television, which is under Ike Perlmutter. Kevin Feige, of course, went to Alan Horn, who was like, look, I don't like Ike Perlmutter. This guy gets on my fucking nerves. This guy's fucking shit up. And so they were like, you're right. You've made all this money. We'll give you Marvel Studios and we will separate from Marvel Television. You report directly to Alan Horn. And so he was like, all right, cool. I got my own thing. And now he wants to do all these series. And he's like, but I want those things that Ike Perlmutter has. Give them to me. And they were like, they looked at how much Ike Perlmutter was bringing in. And they looked at Kevin Feige's balance sheet and they were like, give that man everything Ike Perlmutter has. So they're basically stripping everything from Marvel Television and leaving Marvel Television only animation.
Damn.
Yeah, they're like, fuck you, dude. You're good. Like, I mean, look, all of the failures of the MCU have all been under Ike Perlmutter. In Humans, The Gifted. I mean, people liked The Gifted, but, like, I mean, it was an okay TV show at
Fox
best.
show?
Yeah. That X-Men show. Legion was very good. It was a critical darling, right? But they kill, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is ending this upcoming season. Agent Carter is done. Legion is done. Inhumans was a flop that was so poorly reviewed that it only got 1 season. I didn't even watch it past the first episode.
I didn't think it got past them first 2 episodes.
Demetrius and I saw that shit in theaters, and I was like, I'm not watching any more of this ever. And I never did. So it only made it that 1 season. The Gifted has been canceled as well. The animated Deadpool series that Donald Glover and his brother were doing, that got canceled. They just pulled Ghost Rider. Right. Runaways has a 3rd season that's getting ready to start. But that's likely to be the end of that, which is unfortunate. Cloak and Dagger is likely to not get a 3rd season. So yeah, they basically left them with Hellstrom and the Offenders, which is the MODOK, Howard the Duck, Hitmonkey, Tigra and Dazzler cartoons. Like, that's all they basically left them with. So I think what they're trying to do now is to just start to build a bunch of animated stuff and then just have that as Marvel Television, and then that's going to be what they deal with. That way, like, because Ike Perlmutter's a toy guy, right? Like, that's his whole thing. So let him focus on that, fucking that shit up, and just take all of the live action stuff. So it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of
interesting to see if you know, if we get cameos or reappearances from people like, you know, famous members of the former Marvel TV stuff, like Coulson. Like, do you think we'll see Coulson in a film again, in something other than like a flashback from Captain Marvel? Do you think we'll get?
I mean, you could, now that Cap and Tony are both dead.
Right.
Why couldn't he come back?
Right. Like would Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin come back?
No. None of that Netflix shit is coming over. Is my guess.
That sucks, man.
It does suck.
If that's true, that sucks. Because his Kingpin was pretty goddamn great.
No, they could. I mean, you could get a J.K. Simmons situation where they just cast him again, right? And they just kind of redo it. Honestly, I think that the Daredevil series is the best of all of them. That third season was fucking stellar. Like, they finally really found their footing, I felt like.
Yeah.
But the topics are too heavy for Disney Plus. Like, they're just way too heavy.
Yeah,
if you
rated stuff,
if you lightened it, I mean, you could still have serious topics, but if you lightened it and then did Daredevil, you could bring them. I think you could bring them back. Just be like
the same people.
I would love it if they did
the same Daredevil people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just Daredevil.
Yeah. Nobody wants Luke Cage back.
No, I don't need Iron Fist back. I don't need Punisher back only because I would like John Bernthal to play Wolverine. Like, I still think he would be a solid choice. It seems obvious to me. Like, after I saw that picture of him, I was like, yo, he even has the hair. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, he's already on your team. Just be like, look, we need you to play a different murderous psycho. If you could just, this guy's got knives on his hands. Like, that's the only difference. He'd do it. And he could do the, he'd love it. That's his whole move. The future of Marvel television is scarce, which is great, and all of the good stuff will be over under the proper Marvel Studio shit. So here's a story. I don't know if anyone heard about it. Spider-Man's going back to be in the MCU for a bit. I reserve the following statement. I'm giving this one to Micah. I will pass on the dude I told you because you called this.
Yeah, dude, I told you. Like, there was nothing to worry about because there was way too much money involved with Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man made way too much money for both parties for him to not be in one of these movies again. And two, and this is the major thing, there was way too much money that was made for Spider-Man to not be in this thing, especially with the way Far From Home ended, and people are with a cliffhanger. And people and people are clamoring for at least one more to round out that trilogy. And look, like with movies, like good things come in threes for the most part. Like you do 3 movies and then you get out.
What? Sorry. I don't have any.
So
what the fuck does that even mean?
So, look, I wasn't too terribly worried about this, and it's I'm glad. I'm not like people trip me out, man. Like I get fandom, I do, but I mean, everybody calm down. Like your life's not changed now. Like just enjoy the fact that you're getting another one, okay?
Okay, so some of the details. So as you got to call the dude I told you about that, hey, this is all going to resolve itself rather quickly. I will take that back and I will say, dude, I told you that fucking Sony was going to fucking fold because they are idiots. They are idiots. No matter the person on, like you watch videos online with people like John Campea who keep telling you that Disney folded. No, they fucking didn't.
Right, exactly. Nobody knows what. With 3 dudes sitting in a basement.
Yeah.
Guess what? 90% of the internet is 3 dudes sitting in a basement.
Right. Come on, knock it off.
Nobody knows more than what they're told.
Right. And the thing that drove me crazy, Disney caved. Really, Disney caved. How did they cave and get 5 times the amount of money they were getting before?
Oh, yeah? Wait, people thought Disney...
I don't know how the math works, guys.
Like, they thought Disney would okay,
Please, we'll take anything. Oh, here's 5 times the amount of money we're paying you. Oh, we got you. We got you.
What did I just say 10, 15 minutes ago? They had 6 movies that made $1 billion this year.
Right, yo.
I don't need you.
Does that company fold? Be like, we really need this nigga back in that fucking... Like, look, did that make $1 billion? This Spider-Man?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it made
that was one of the movies.
Right.
One.
I mean, it would suck if they didn't get him back.
Yeah, of course.
Because like those two movies were really good. But like they don't need that nigga.
They don't.
They really don't.
They built the whole universe.
What does Sony have? I got a PlayStation 4 that I enjoy quite a bit. What other Sony product do I have?
A PlayStation 4
I don't have a
controller?
Sony Bravia.
Yeah. You don't have a $4 million television that does the same thing as a Vizio TV?
Get the fuck out. Nah, yo, stop it. Like they needed Spider-Man. They
needed Marvel.
They needed Marvel to do what they do with Spider-Man. They can make all the money and just reap the benefits of doing nothing.
Right. I read an article today, I think it was in Forbes, and they're like, well, you could give credit to Marvel if you want to, though I think Sony had a lot to do with the success of these Spider-Man movies. I was like, they didn't.
What success? The fact that they own it?
Yeah,
right.
No.
But they did the marketing, and look, let's be honest, right?
You don't even need to market.
You don't need to market Spider-Man.
Right. Oh, hey guys, did you know there's a Spider-Man movie coming out? You don't say. They could have just gone. They could have made fucking ads on Twitter and Facebook alone, and it would have made $1 billion. It's an MCU movie, dude. What are you talking about?
Who casted him as Spider-Man? Who did the casting?
Didn't Marvel do the casting?
That I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I thought I read somewhere that Marvel's creative team was the one.
My guess is yes.
I feel like that's probably correct.
Right.
Well, because you're not going to just let Sony pick any rando person to throw into your universe. They control all of the fucking shit you see on screen.
Right.
Director.
Sony would have picked Jussie Smollett or some shit. You know what I mean? Right.
My uncle was killed by 2 white Nigerians. Shut up. Yeah, like come on, man. Like it is ridiculous that people are like, yeah, Sony got what they wanted. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. By the way,
they kind of did get what they want. A fucking Spider-Man movie that's going to make another $1 billion because that's the last time that shit is going to happen.
Sure. But I just, it's just, to me, it's very telling. Like this idea of people are so invested in like Disney is the worst. It is the worst. They're just trying to destroy these other small companies. Then why do these other companies keep running back to them being please, baby, please, just put our man in the movie?
Everybody talking shit about Sony. Oh, Spider-Man's back in the MCU. Yay!
Yeah, what happened?
Wait a minute. You were just mad at Disney saying that they're the evil overlord, but now that Sony made the deal with the evil overlord, everybody's happy again? Like, come on, man. Like, just...
The Russos... The Russos are the ones who were instrumental in casting Tom Holland.
Of course they were.
Well, there you go.
They cast the guy. Disney was responsible for, because I remember this, Kevin Feige was responsible for picking John Watts because he watched Cop Car and he thought it was so fucking good, right? That was a movie he did before. So they were responsible for picking the guy, picking the director. They produce it. They wrote the script.
What the fuck does Sony have to do with anything?
Besides the money,
they own it.
Besides the money, what did they do?
They did what we do. They did what we do at my job. They hired a consultant and they paid him and said, "All right, do the work and then give it back to me when it's done."
And be like, and then go, "I made this. I made this. But I paid the people to do it, so I did it." Oh my god! Like, I made this. You made this? Yeah, I made this. Yes, I made this. Thank you. Like, no, come on. All of the art that you saw on screen is directly Marvel is directly responsible for that. So back to my dude I told you, because I think it's important. Yes, Marvel was getting 5% of the profits on Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. Now they are paying 25% of the production costs and getting 25% of the profits on this untitled Spider-Man 3 movie. And another movie where then Spider-Man is supposed to show up in another MCU. Likely another Avengers type movie, right?
Probably.
So what is really funny is people are like, Sony totally won this because Marvel wanted 50-50 split. Again, I feel like people don't understand how business works. It was a 50-50 start of the negotiation. You don't start at the number that you want and then just go, "Oh, I didn't get it. Whoop, all right." That's not how business works. none of you run a business, and it shows. Like, none of you do. You don't know how any negotiating works. You start at a high number, and then as it comes down, you go, okay, I'll take it. And then everyone goes, okay. And then they leave the table, and everybody is a little pissed. Okay. That's what a compromise is.
Avi Arad has a copy of The Art of the Deal on his fucking table. So I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let's go in with this Disney deal now, armed with this information. Fucking idiot.
According to Sun Tzu, I'm supposed to have an elephant and some arrows. I don't know what any of this means. None of this makes any sense in modern day. So now they're getting 25%. But what's interesting is there's talk. I can't confirm this. I've seen it sort of postulated around, which is that Sony Japan was like, go back in there and make a fucking deal. What are you doing? Like, and they're basically like, you're right. And they went in there and made a deal. Because there's also talk that Tom Holland went and talked to both studios like, hey, can we come together? People were like, he saved Spider-Man. Look, they would have recast Tom Holland in a heartbeat if they wanted to. It's great. I'm glad that he's excited to have like been sort of there. He's not responsible for why this came together. Knock it off. There are billions of dollars involved. Tom Holland is about 0.2% of the consideration. They're like, we can get another pasty faced white boy to get in here and throw a suit on.
And look, we don't even have to do that, bitch. You under contract.
Yeah, exactly.
You get your punk ass in that fucking pajamas and start doing all that flippy dippy shit.
Daddy needs a new vet. I get it. People want to assign like the superhero mentality to it, but no. At the end of the day, the executives were like, "Sign that shit," and then they did. That's it. But yeah, 25%. So you get Spider-Man for at least 2 more movies, and they said possibly more in the future, which tells me that they want to see exactly how good their movies do on their own. Morbius, Venom 2, and things like that. Ew. Just so they can see how those movies do. And if they do super, super good, Spider-Man's gone. If they do okay, Spider-Man stays. So if you want Spider-Man in the MCU, don't fucking go see Morbius. Not sure I can say this enough right now, but people don't fucking listen. Oh, I want to see how bad it is. I want to see. Just don't see that movie.
I mean, look,
unless the reviews are fucking excellent. And I'll see it on a screener, and I will tell you what I think. I don't pay for those, so like I don't feel like, oh, I'm paying them to see it. But unless people tell you like, oh, this is really, really good, just don't see it. Just wait till it comes out on streaming.
Some people thought Venom was good.
I understand the Venom, the Venom curiosity.
I mean, he's a titular character.
I don't understand the Morbius.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that knows who Morbius is besides the people that are in our fan group. Because
and even then, I've never seen they're not fans.
Yeah, no one's a Mario. Oh, is he gonna suck plasma?
right, and that's what you remember from that cartoon.
That's literally
they couldn't say blood, so they said plasma.
Is that true? Is it not in the comics? Is he not like that? I have no idea.
Look, he said because it's a kid's cartoon. You can't say the word blood.
You can't?
Not in the 90s. No. A kid's cartoon in the 90s. No. That's why he said plasma. And he didn't bite your neck. He had like these like Vampire Hunter D things on his hands where he would just like, I'm sucking your plasma.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It was pretty lame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, pig nose bitch.
I'm very interested to see how Morbius does. I mean, I feel like right around the time that movie's coming out, hey, I know how people love to like bring up old shit and controversy, whatever. That'd be a really good time to point out Jared Leto was running a cult. Just saying. Like, if you really want to get people to go, you know what? I'm not really going to see that. That'd be a good time if you want to dive into that fucking crazy. So yeah, 25%. Marvel got exactly what they wanted, because the talk was way before this came out is that they were negotiating for around 30%, and guess what? They got it. Somebody was like, well, 30% is higher than 25%. Oh,
no shit.
Well, no shit. It's called a negotiation. Also, are we really making a big deal about 5%? Because it wasn't a big deal that they were getting 5% before. You didn't give a fuck about that. So don't pretend that you care about 5%. That's irrelevant.
Well, people hang on to anything to be right, man.
Yeah. I just can't believe people were like, Disney lost that.
All right. Yo.
Hey, Mike, if we have a bet and you lose, I pay you 5 times more. What kind of logic is that? Yo, you don't even have to be smart to just know that one number is bigger than the other number. Like, that's all you need to know. Like, if Disney came back and they were getting 3%, you're like, damn, Sony fucked them up. Like, they lowered it? Like, that's fucked up. But they were like, no, but here's 5 times more. Like, wow. Again, just because somebody has a fancy seeming studio doesn't mean they know jack shit about anything. Next up, because of this change with Spider-Man, Marvel is going big in 2021 and putting out 4 movies in 1 year, which is the most they've ever done in a single year. Marvel 2021 release date will see Shang-Chi and the Legion of the Ten Rings on February 12th. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, May 7th, Spider-Man 3, July 16th, and Thor, Love and Thunder, November 5th.
All right.
That is a lot. Do
you think this is them? Yeah, I was about to say, do you think this is them kind of testing to see how many of these they can get out in 1 year?
No,
people get fucking tired of the shit.
No, I think Spider-Man 3 got added because they probably were like, that's fine. We want to do, we want to have the Spider-Man movie in our universe, but they had to put it out in 2021 because it's 2 years since the last one. And I think they're just like, okay, it just has to be 2021.
What grade is he in Far From Home? Do you know?
He'd be in 11th
senior,
grade.
right? Because wasn't he a junior in the first one?
No, I don't think so. I think he was a sophomore in the first one.
Okay. Yeah, because he was what, 16?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I think he'd be a senior in this upcoming one.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, right? So February for Shang-Chi is pretty nice because February is generally not it's kind of a dead zone, or at least it used to be back in the day. Putting Doctor Strange in May is a big fucking deal, right? Like that's right in the summer madness.
That's Avengers month.
Yeah. So that tells me they got big plans for Doctor Strange. Like, and that's also coming right off of WandaVision. So that's going to be, they are clearly building a major story there. That might actually be the on-ramp. That might be the on-ramp for, now that as I'm reading this, that very well might be the on-ramp for the main story of what's coming.
Yeah.
For them to put it on that date and to give it its own show as well, which is kind of interesting.
What is it? February 12th for Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
That's official?
That's as of right now, yeah.
Didn't we call that?
Yeah, we did.
Chinese New Year?
Yep, we call it.
All right.
Yeah, just 3 niggas in the basement. Sorry.
See, it ain't hard.
No, it's not. You know what really helps? Reading. Yeah, like it's just reading. Yeah, so I think Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, I think that's likely to be a big pickup as to how they're going in the future. You heard it here first. Spider-Man 3 is in July. Another big, like, hey, summer, it's crazy. As things are starting to wind down, boom, another huge spike for them, right? That's probably pretty well timed. And then November 5th for Thor. Hey, are you sick of all the Oscar Beatty movies that are all super serious? Here's one with Thor and another Thor just throwing hammers and shit for 2 hours. Okay.
Yo.
It's a smart move.
All right, think about this, This is potentially $1 billion per quarter.
Yeah, it is. It is. Look, Shang-Chi's making $1 billion. Look, we're just calling this right now. China's about to go crazy, right? Like they are as our southern friends would say, they fitting to lose their goddamn minds. It's going to make $1 billion, depending on how big Doctor Strange is. It could go $1 billion.
Do you think?
And Spider-Man will make $1 billion.
Do you think Shang-Chi will make $1 billion easy?
Yes.
Like, are you willing to go significantly higher than $1 billion?
There's a lot of Chinese people. Yeah.
Like, are you willing to go 1.5?
It's going to do very well in China.
Here's the thing.
How well is it going to do here?
That's gonna do incredibly well here.
I think it'll do.
They have to build him up.
I think it'll do
audience.
at least.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think? Oh, so you think he'll show up in something else before?
He's got to. Like, you can't just throw out a Shang-Chi in the look. We're banking
don't do that.
We're banking on the Chinese.
Kevin Feige's like,
yeah.
Watch your mouth. He's like, I'll make a $4 billion Shang-Chi hero movie
because he's going to be the Chinese fucking hero from Marvel, right? Yeah. That makes perfect sense. There's like 1 billion Chinese people.
Yeah. Just get them to all give $1,
right? But
that's how it works.
Like, America's stupid.
Yeah, but at the same time, we thought the same thing for Black Panther. Like, were Black Americans gonna be enough to spur people into seeing it?
I see what you mean, though. He was introduced in Civil War.
He was introduced in Civil War, and Black people showed out for that.
Yeah,
what's the population of Chinese folks in America?
Not a lot.
Exactly.
What's her name? Wasn't introduced prior to her first movie, was she?
Nope. Captain Marvel. No, she was not.
No.
But it's mad women, though.
But she's a white woman.
Yeah, but it's also because she's a woman.
And a woman.
Right.
But she's a white woman.
50% of the population is women.
That's true. But she's a white woman.
Never underestimate a black dude's love of Asian kung fu.
Look, you're not wrong.
I'm seeing it.
Like the fucking Wu-Tang will be on there front and center, gonna wreck the whole fucking theater.
Right. Yo, I've been waiting for this.
Perpendicular to the square. Like, what the fuck?
God damn it.
I was about to continue that shit too, because I know that whole stand close like Flair, escape from your dragon's lair. In particular, my beats travel like a vortex through your spine to the top of your cerebral cortex, make you feel like you busting up for raw sex.
Wow.
And then through your right ventricle, clog up your bloodstream, a terminal like Grand Central Station.
It's obvious who you're doing.
His parents told him to pick up a fucking thesaurus, nigga. That's what happened when he got in trouble. Pick up a goddamn thesaurus.
Read that book. It's a thesaurus. Where's the book I said?
You should watch that Wu-Tang shit.
I kind of want to now. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
It's weird, you know?
Yeah, but you said it was pretty good, though.
It's good, but it is embellished. Like a motherfucker.
How are the people playing the Wu-Tang members? Is it like that Family Guy thing where it's like, yeah, they're like wrong sounding Muppets?
Dude playing meth is fine. Dude playing meth.
Who are the major players, right? Because nobody gives a fuck about You God, right?
He's not even in it.
Exactly.
not yet. You God the shit. Wait, no, You God. Whatever. No, it's meth is fine. Dude playing ODB is perfect.
All right,
you have to.
Those are big shoes to fill. Man.
Yeah, he sounds and looks just like that nigga. It's crazy. Ashton Sanders is playing fucking RZA.
But he doesn't have a speech impediment.
No, he doesn't. It's wrong. That's just wrong.
I don't like that.
And the rest of them, no. Shamik Moore playing damn, what's his name?
He's playing Raekwon?
Raekwon, yeah. Shamik Moore plays Raekwon. He's fine.
Okay.
He actually does a really good job. But the rest of them, they all are just, who the fuck is this nigga?
Like, what? Just a bunch of randos. So getting back to this, what Shang-Chi could show up in? Shang-Chi could, in fact, show up in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's possible. I'm just looking at things. He could show up in WandaVision. I don't know the date for Loki, but that probably wouldn't really make much sense. It would probably be The Falcon and the Winter Soldier or WandaVision. If that's the case, I think if you brought him in, I think you're right. I think he would do better. But also, wait, he could show up at some point in Black Widow. It could be a movie, right? Because this is until 2021. He could show up in Eternals, but that would be weird.
Yeah, if he's going to show up in a movie, Black Widow, would be like give her an excuse to go to China or whatever.
Right.
You know.
Or they just release it in China first.
No, I'm saying physically just have him in the show.
Something
like him actually having it doesn't even have to be a huge moment. Just one moment of him showing off what he can do, that's enough.
Yeah.
Because essentially, I mean, while Black Panther was certainly in Civil War, like a decent amount, and like he had a number of action sequences, you only really, to get people super hyped for him, you only really needed that scene with him on the roof fighting Winter Soldier. Like, when he was just like kicking the shit out of him and he like just jumped down and the guy shooting a helicopter, he was just like, are you out of your mind? Like that's all you really needed to get people hyped for him. Yeah, if they play it like that, look, that would be the true connected universe, is to start weaving these guys in and out of stories. Like, you jump in and be like, who the fuck was that guy? And he's just like, off. And then he comes into a movie 2 years later or a year later. So it could work. But yeah, you are right, Micah. That is potentially $1 billion almost per quarter.
That's crazy, man.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yo, if they get in 2021, if they have a banner year and they hit 4 for 4 on that, yeah, I need people to just shut the fuck up. Like, I feel like Kevin Feige can come out and just be like, shut the fuck up. I will do whatever I want.
This year, didn't they?
Something like that. And that was
like 2 months ago.
Yeah, they're so fucking Star Wars. God, they have so much money. It's ridiculous. So yeah, look, the idea, there's all this talk of, does Marvel need Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans? Can they even do it again? I'm like, they'll be fine. I don't know why you think that they won't be fine, because they have other movies that those guys are not in that have made billions of dollars. Yeah, like I don't understand the argument. And people who are already checked out of that universe, they're leaving because they're leaving, and until the next movie comes out, and then suddenly they'll be back in, because people are liars. Question of the week, Terrence.
Oh, that was the last. Hold on one second, bring this up. Question of the week, excuse me, was, with the release of the films like Joker and Logan, do you want more single offshoot character studies of famous comic characters, or do you want only mainline work like in the MCU, or a little bit of both? First up, Malcolm says, I'm all for character studies of characters that are relatable. I know, and I'm in the minority, but thought Logan was great cinematically. There's no S. Malcolm. And did the character some justice. As for the DC Joker, I'm keeping my word. The film looks great. I just wish they didn't try to poach some WBDC ducats by using that name/character to sell tickets.
That doesn't make any sense. It's a Joker movie. Why would they not use the name? That doesn't make any sense.
I think he's saying that this movie feels like it could have been
anything.
It could have been just a movie about a guy named Arthur Fleck who uses a clown as a motif for his serial killing ways.
Then you would say it's copying the Joker. Am I wrong? No one would say that.
Like, I feel like y'all should see the movie.
Right. Thank you. Like, that argument. No offense. Malcolm's cool. Whatever. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. You can't say it's copying the thing, but then you know that you would turn around and be like, yo, it's copying the Joker. What the fuck? Yeah, you can't have it both ways. It doesn't make sense. And you should see the movie. So, because I want to tell you, I'm trying to be very nice, but you're fucking wrong. That's what I want to say to you, because you should see the movie, because there's a lot of things that people think are in the movie or not in the movie. You should see the movie.
Yeah, I don't know where the narratives came from.
They don't make sense.
Next up, Natasha says, a bit of both. As much as I love the MCU, it is a bit draining to have to watch 20 plus films to be up to date on anything new. I feel like we could have dope anthologies, one-offs, and it would be fine. Yeah, that's a lot of goddamn movies. Carrie says, a bit of both is fine, but make sure that you're formally creating a second film imprint to do it. This DC stuff where they're like, let us do a Joker movie and then not put our logo on it. That'll totally let people know that it's not in the same universe, even though the Joker is one of the more recognizable characters. That's some dumb shit. Formally have an anthology Elseworlds imprint and put them one-off films over there.
That's fine, but nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows what that means. You go to a movie and it's like, DC Extra Dark. Nobody knows what that means. We know what it means, but nobody else knows what that means. Like, the average person, they're just like, it's Joker. I don't know. Like, they don't know. Like,
they're trying to get butts and seats, man.
Right. Yeah. Like, I get it from a nerd perspective. I totally understand it. But like the average Joe, they don't understand what that means.
They're not going to make these movies $1 billion.
No, like they don't. Yo, people went and saw Black Panther and never saw a single MCU movie before. Hell no. They
old ass grandmas and like
right
and shit.
Right? No, they don't know, man. People often, and like I'm guilty of that too. Like thinking everybody knows as much as we do about this shit. They don't know. They just do. I don't know. A connected universe. What the fuck does that mean? Oh shit, that came from the other movies in it. Damn,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't know.
I love Connect 4.
They don't fucking know.
Next up, Anthony says, why not both? Let's have quality MCU films, good DC films like Shazam and whatever Venom and Fantastic Four was.
Stop it.
Oh, God damn it. Cam says some of both is fine as long as it fits the character. I don't want a fucking character study on nonsensical characters like Condiment King or Crimson Dynamo. But someone like Doom or Galactus even could make sense.
I want a Condiment King movie. I want a deep introspective on the guy who gives people anaphylactic shock by shooting them with ketchup. I want that movie.
Sounds
really dumb.
Antoine says, I think DC should stick with this, meaning the Joker movie. He was actually there. With us to see it. Let Marvel keep that shit. LOL. Yeah, DC doesn't. I don't think DC needs a connected universe anymore. They tried and failed.
I mean, at this point, you're not. I'm not even sure that you're wrong at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd like to see him try, but
I want to see a trailer for fucking Wonder Woman 1984. When the fuck is that coming out?
1984? I don't know.
Like, god damn, yo. Jesus Christ.
Can we not pretend that like we didn't have unconnected DC movies and everybody loved them?
Right. Like it's okay.
Michael
It's
Keaton's
fine.
Batman did not interact with Christopher Reeve's Superman. And
Not at all.
They tried to. They were going to.
They were going to, but they didn't. And it didn't hurt either one of those movies. You know what else hurt those movies? Their sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel Schumacher.
Or their later sequels.
Oof, Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher destroyed that.
Yeah, he killed the Batman franchise worse than the woke culture killed comedy.
He said,
It's the stupidest take of all time.
He said that he was directed by the studio to make a more family-friendly Batman because Tim Burton's Batman was so fucking dark.
I mean,
Especially that second
Nigga, I don't think people remember Batman Returns. Yo, that movie is disturbing.
Yo,
theater.
the Penguin is he's a greasy pervert mutant.
Yes.
Like what the fuck? Yo, he's just supposed to be a squat gangster. Yo,
He was like,
he did, and ate fish. And even
weird.
Pee Wee Herman was like, nope. Throw the whole baby away.
yo, no. That second movie is fucking wild.
Oh, Catwoman had 9 lives. You know how I know? Because she died 8 times.
She did.
Like, come on.
I as far as movie Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer's is still the best.
Yeah.
It's still the best.
Been 2 of them. Like, how many have there been? 3.
Don't do that.
that's right. Halle Berry was.
Don't forget about that. I remember people were so excited when they saw that costume. I was like, that's all fine, but that's not really a burglar's costume. Just leaving a lot exposed.
Yeah, that movie's awful.
It's pretty
Jesus
bad.
fucking Christ.
That basketball scene is nuts.
There was like 77 cuts. In that movie. It doesn't make any
It
goddamn sense.
made me sick to my stomach to watch.
Lance says a little bit of both. I like the payoff that we get with an endgame type of event, but I also like a film that isn't beholden to a bunch of other plots and is just free to do its own thing without the audience feeling like the story isn't over yet. Sorry. Yeah, that's cool. Trey says both are fine, but a second imprint would be needed. And while I haven't seen Joker, I've seen Logan, so the bar is super low. So at least try to make it good, unlike Logan, which was faux art house bullshit.
If you didn't like Logan, now look, I haven't seen Joker, but if you didn't like Logan,
Don't go
I
see
got a
Joker.
feeling you're not going to like
Don't
Joker.
bother.
Yep, don't.
Yeah. Juwan says, tell a good story. First, the main problem with the majority of the DC and Fox movies wasn't the lack of continuity in the larger universe. The problem was that these films were utter shite. So bit by bit or connected universe, why not both? As long as they're good, we won't have any problems. Like Michael, your boy isn't the most fiscally responsible. So as long as you don't waste my time, you'll get this bread.
I mean,
make
me
them
and
good.
Juwan come from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Just throwing actual
Throw
dollar
money at
bills at your television. Just go. Just go.
Change the channel.
I'll pay you $5. Like, wow. Okay, Dad. Click. Jeez.
Jody says, while I think that there's definitely room for both, I think that studios should just let Marvel do their thing and focus on some of their interesting characters. Venom wasn't a dumb idea because there aren't any good Venom stories to tell. It was a dumb idea because they didn't do it well. Invest the money, get good actors. Casting Phoenix as Joker was genius. And good directors, but most importantly, good writers who can tell us good stories. Yeah. And like, spend money. Because the effects in that movie weren't good either. Especially that last sequence.
Oh, Venom?
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's such
Venom.
garbage. Dude. Such garbage.
It doesn't make goddamn sense. It was a bunch of fucking just nonsense.
Yeah, no.
C says a bit of both. Obviously, comic books aren't the gospel of Jesus Christ or the Quran, but many of them are also inextricably linked to children's entertainment, and it may not be so wise to go all the way left with film versions. Rather than going towards R-rated violence, I'd rather see one-off alternate films, clearly labeled as such. Warner Brothers, stop abusing the DC brand. Thanks. That set characters in alternate, original timelines or formats, but still match the tone of the source material. A Superman movie set during World War II or a fully unconnected early Cold War Justice Society movie. A 1960s Banner Hulk movie that does what Ang Lee tried to do better and on a smaller scale.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Make them inexpensive and make them good. Try animating some of them on a feature budget.
I like those ideas.
Yeah, those are not bad.
Yeah, put these characters. If you want to dissect these characters, put them in different eras and different situations. Something you haven't seen before. Which apparently that's what Joker is, right? Like every incarnation of the Joker has been in the contemporary, and like this is, I don't know. I'm very curious about that movie. I'm not afraid that I'm going to like it, like most people.
Wait, you're not afraid that you're going to like it?
Yeah, because that's why I think people don't want to see it, because they're afraid they're going to like it, and then they'll be wrong. People don't want to be wrong. Like, nobody wants to be wrong, but, sometimes you are. So I'm not afraid that I'm going to like it.
It's part of being a fucking adult, but whatever.
But I'm not like, for some reason, I'm not like, oh, I got to watch this movie. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not like fucking Endgame.
Right. Like, I want to watch it before awards get announced to see if I feel like any part of that movie is deserving of an award. But I'll try to watch it so we can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Lisa says, I want a good movie, period.
Yeah, that's the correct answer, actually.
Just make them good. And that was my response to the fucking Joker trailer. When I heard it was coming out, I'm like, that's fucking weird. But then I saw the trailer, I'm like, this looks like it's going to be good. I just hope it's good. That's it. That was it. And it was. And last up, Lamont, not Allard, says, outside of Michael's Crusade, I always thought a dope movie simply titled Doom could go hard.
Yep, it could, Lamont. You're the good Lamont. You're not the Lamont Allard. You rule.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I mean, that's the thing is you could do Doom would be, of the MCU characters at this point, Doom would be the one that you could do an introspective, like real serious fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I often wonder, like, would people respond differently if it was just like, let's say it's not connected in the main line. Or you can even connect it in the main line, but you just say, like, this is just a movie about him.
Yeah.
And you just bring in, some like top-notch director to do like this really serious look at this guy.
Yeah.
And at the very end, you're just like, and then he goes off to Latveria. And then from that point, you just tie it into the rest of the universe. I wonder how much people would have a real problem with it.
I don't know. Because as much as I don't want to admit it, Doom is not as popular as the Joker, right?
Yeah. No, he's not.
Like, you've got people who love that character and have it means something to them. What a weird character
The Joker does?
Psychopath?
Yeah, no. Those people need to be committed.
Yeah, those people. Yeah, there are people out there who are like, oh, Joker and Harley, relationship goals.
Yeah,
those people.
That's not okay. Yeah, that's not okay. If that's your relationship goal, whoever you're in a relationship with needs to run the other way.
That's such a weird thing to see.
Who gives matching face tattoos? I'll punch you in the face often. No. It's not into that. Get out of here. So, yeah, thank you for those responses. Those are very good. All right, let's jump into What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD. Micah?
There's no country involved, but we can still guess. It's a new... It's a beauty trend nobody asked for, but it's here nonetheless. While men and women have been fighting against unruly nostril hair for generations, the latest fad seems to be incorporating nostril hair extensions into your life.
Shut the fuck up. I don't even...
Yes, you can kiss goodbye to those eye-watering pains of plucking and the fiddling of trimming your nose hair. The brave new look was first championed by Instagrammer Gret Chen.
China.
She used false eyelashes to achieve the avant-garde aesthetic, but we imagine if you are blessed in the nose hair department, you won't need to resort to falsies. It didn't take long for others to seize upon the look, and voila, the hashtag nose hair extensions was born. Yeah, and you can throw that up on Instagram, and you can see all these gross women devoid of color using eyelash extensions as just sticking them in their nose, and the shit looks fucking gross. Looks like you got a tribble growing out of your nose.
No. No. This is not cool. This is not a trend. This is just a weird Chinese woman doing something fucking strange, and other people going, "Oh, okay, that's cool." No, stop this, Greta Chen. Stop it.
I took a look at Greta Chen's Instagram, and she's just an artist.
Yeah, she's just a weirdo.
Yeah, she's just a weirdo artist, and lo and behold, everyone else is like, yo, that's ugly, let me do it. And there you go.
And there's nothing great about having nose hair, which is one of the worst things about getting older as a guy. It is awful.
Yes.
Also, guys who let their nose hair grow into their mustache are fucking villains. That's disgusting. People do. They're just like, fuck, just let it grow in, bro. No.
If you're happy to leave your nose hair as it is, here are some interesting facts. It grows at a rate of 0.35 millimeters a day and is actually our friend, as it acts as one of the body's first lines of defense against environmental nasties such as spores and germs.
Nope, doesn't care.
Your fucking nose hair.
Right.
So it doesn't go up your goddamn nose.
That's where boogers originate.
So, no. I would rather get sick. I'd rather get sick. No.
So there you go.
Do you trim your nose hairs?
No.
You don't pluck them out? No, they drive me crazy.
No, when I have a long one.
If it's long, it's got to, I'll be like, yoink. And I'll be like, oh, my nose. And my eyes water for 10 minutes and then I'm good. But I don't.
I'll pluck a gray one. Fuck that. I'm used to seeing that shit. Because if I see a gray one, eventually that bitch is going to creep out. Nah, I don't. Nah. I'm that old, guys. I got gray hair in places that don't need to have gray hair.
Yeah, if I ever have hair in my ears, I'm going to just shoot myself in the head. 100%.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I have no hair in my ears.
When old dudes just like, I don't give a fuck, and it's like, bah, I'll be like, yo, come on, man.
How the hell does that even work? Can you hear?
You can hear. Yes. You can hear. And I have to take clippers and just
you have ear hair?
Yeah, I do. It's not pretty. It's not
I don't have ear.
Yo, your poor wife is married to you. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting gray hair in my beard, right here and some hair.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot. I've got a single gray hair in my soul patch, which is fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then I've got one on one
right,
side.
and there's a couple over
here.
You
know what's really frustrating? I have one right there. You can't see it because I trimmed it down, but when it's fuller, there's one gray hair on the top of my non-existent lip, and it bothers the shit out of me.
I got one right here.
Yeah.
It gets mad fucking long for no reason. Yeah. It's just one. I'm like, My nigga, like, for real?
Right, and I can't pluck the bitch because if I grab it, I won't grab that. I'll grab the surrounding hair, and then I'll just have a fucking reverse Hitler. And I don't want that shit.
Yeah, it's like you have a cleft palate.
Right. So I gotta paint the bitch.
Wait, what?
I paint them sometimes. If the wife and I are going out, she'll give me some of the
Nigga, if you say mascara,
shit,
nigga, if you say,
the eyelash shit, and then I'll just paint
that's
them.
mascara, dude. Are
Whatever.
you serious?
Yeah, I'll paint them. Yeah. Well, look, I'm not buying just for men.
You don't have to.
I'm not buying just for
You
men.
don't give a, like,
Yo, what, use Grecian for you? Oh my god, what are you doing? My stepdad, I'm gonna dime him out. This is so sad. Like, his mustache is going great. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. And he'll use a marker on like a paper towel or whatever, and you do that, don't you?
I used to do that.
That's insane.
No, my wife was like, no, here,
You look like a fucking psychopath. Like Jerry Lee Lewis, you got like jet black hair on your face. You're like, yo, none of this makes sense.
why?
I'll do it if we're going out and she's like, hey, can you mind, because I'm younger than my wife.
I don't want to be seen with you.
I'm younger than my wife, and she has this like weird like.
That's kind of fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, look,
that's reverse sexist.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I guess, but that's kind of fucked up. Like, I'm not painting. Like, if I start getting gray hair, I'm not fucking painting.
This is what I look like, accept
I'm
me.
not going just for men. I don't like salt and pepper. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, but I need the shit to kind of come in. You know what I mean? Like, if
You want to know a little bit more even.
Yeah, if you want to come in, come in. Ain't none of this fucking overachieving. This overachieving son of a bitch right here. Oh, come on, man. Invite your friends.
You just like dancing at the door.
Yes, wait. God damn.
Like shit, man.
Wait, you don't paint your beard, do you?
No, I don't paint my beard.
Oh, okay,
I'm not Ray Lewis. I'm not drawing shit in. No, that's ridiculous.
Just in Sharpies.
I'm not from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that city.
Wow, like, yo, why? Yo, that shit don't even look real.
Your hairline stopped. Your hairline stopped here, and yet your shit is just like fresh right here, all the way back. It's amazing.
And then they do it, and like, but the texture is different.
I can see it. Yo, that's your forehead, yo. Forehead. Knock it off. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Yo, that's fucking wild. A town plagued by unbearable smell of 17-year-old seafood sauce.
Oh, 17-year-old what?
Seafood sauce.
Ew. China.
South Baltimore.
You know what? Korea. South Korea.
For the past 17 years, the people at St. Mary's, a small town in this place.
South Baltimore. Mount St. Mary's?
No, you were both wrong. For the past 17 years, the people of St. Mary's, a small town in Canada's Newfoundland, have had to put up with the pungent smell of fermented seafood sauce at an abandoned nearby factory.
Oh.
In the summer, the stench gets so bad that some residents bar their homes and leave to stay with their relatives.
God, wow.
Because it's so hard to breathe. Jesus. In 1990, a Vietnamese immigrant opened the Atlantic Seafood Sauce Factory near St. Mary's with the goal of producing a kind of fermented seafood sauce that is very popular in Vietnamese cuisine. Like, we don't live in Vietnam, nigga. We in Canada. That shit the fuck out of here. Things were off to a good start, but just 4 years down the line, the owner, a man named San Go, started complaining that Canadian regulations were killing his business. In the year 2000, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency inspected the factory and concluded that the sauce was produced in unsanitary conditions. 2 years later, the Atlantic Seafood Sauce Factory closed for good, but its giant vats of fermenting fish parts and seafood sauce have remained there ever since. What the fuck?
Why would they just go in and deal with it?
They probably can't now. You gotta go in hazmat suits. Ugh. These past 10 years have been getting worse. Ugh.
Yeah, that can't be good for people to smell.
Like, they leave their houses and go stay at relatives' houses because it's so terrible.
No, I'd be like, yo, we need to do something.
We gotta burn this motherfucker to the ground or something.
No, you put those vats on a barge and you just dump it into the ocean. I mean, it's just rotting fish. I mean, it's fine. You know, animals will eat it.
These past 10 years have been...
it probably would fuck up the acidity of the ocean, actually, for a time. It's probably
Lee lives right next to the abandoned seafood factory and says that whenever her grandchildren come to visit, she makes them wear masks to protect them from the potentially toxic compounds.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And in the summer, when the smell makes breathing almost impossible, she and her husband pack up and go to live with their kids 100 kilometers away.
Wow.
Yo, that's insane.
No, I would sue whoever owned that or the government to do something.
What the fuck? They have to do something, right?
Yeah, you can't just allow rotting meat to just sit. That's crazy.
The representative of a cleanup company that considered taking up the project told St. Mary's Deputy Mayor Steve Ryan that was one of the worst sites they had ever encountered. I think he told me it was almost 30 years in the business and it was taken aback a little bit by there's so much waste here and there's no rodents. Because he probably can't even.
Yeah, they can't even.
Even the rats are like, yo, this shit stinks. Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. God damn, that's terrible.
Ugh,
that's disgusting.
Right. That really is quite gross. Canada, you're filthy. My story. Couple finds worms in their feet after a beach vacation. Dozens of parasitic worms were found burrowing into the feet of a young couple after a recent trip.
Australia.
No. We were scratching our toes for almost the duration of the trip. When they returned home from this place, they had very itchy feet. 4 days later, that itch turned into painful swelling and blisters. The pain became so intense that oh my God, that they could not tolerate shoes or socks, and they had to rely on crutches to walk.
Wow. Oh
my God.
Then they decided to go to the hospital. Like, what the fuck?
It says after multiple visits to the hospital, the couple was diagnosed with a larva in their foot caused by hookworms that probably entered their skin while they were barefoot in the beaches. I'm not going. Oof, I'm dodging these images like the fucking Matrix. Yep, there you go. Fuck you.
I'm gonna say South America, Brazil. I don't know.
Okay, you said. Okay, where do you want me to tell you? Are you guessing where they're from or where did they vacation?
Where they vacationed.
And what'd you say?
I said like somewhere in South America.
I already got the story up. I wanted to see these people's fucked up feet.
Yeah, they got this in the Dominican Republic. They're Canadian. No. Nope.
Stop going there, yo.
No, yeah. I'd have cut my feet right off. I would have either cut my feet right off or I would have eaten as much sugar as I could so the doctors would take my feet off for me. Like, no. Both drugs are included. I guess they had to take. The condition typically goes away without treatment. Fuck that. But anti-parasitic medications such as whatever these two medications are called can help. According to the CDC, the hookworm larvae generally don't survive more than 6 weeks in humans. Oh, I'm dealing with this for 6 weeks? I think fuck not. Both drugs are included on the World Health Organization's list of essential medications identified for basic healthcare systems. Wow. Yeah, so don't go to the Dominican Republic ever, or they're gonna make you drink motor oil or tell you it's a fucking Fresca, and you'll get hookworms in your feet. Nah, yo. I just wear shoes on the beach like a real man. Not golf. Gross. Trailers this week. Six Underground. This is an upcoming Netflix movie starring Ryan Reynolds and a team of people just doing military shenanigans. This is a Michael Bay movie, and it shows.
Yeah. You know what though?
I'm gonna see this.
Yeah, like this is what Michael Bay needs to be doing. Like Michael Bay has done a decade's worth of Transformers movies that we forgot that he's actually a pretty decent action movie director.
Yeah. Like it's going to be narratively stupid. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
But there's beautiful shots of buildings, and people walking on the planes, and the fucking military, of course. Fucking America, Dutch angles, attractive women, guys in mirrored sunglasses. It's got all the trappings of a Michael Bay movie. It looks like they're in Miami at one point because, of course. And then there's just like a lot of gunfire and just, yeah, again, just military shenanigans and fucking a lot of shooting and everything. It looks fun.
There's a big gimmick where there's a big magnet in it. And it
like the whole boat's a magnet.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds is having sex with a very attractive woman on a bed. So, it's got everything. This looks fun.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
It looks like Ryan Reynolds is getting his spin-off from his role in Hobbs and Shaw. It is basically what it looks like to me. And I'm fine with it. This looks like it could be a lot of fun. And I'm glad it's on Netflix because I'm not going to pay to see this. There's parkour. Yeah. It's got those like really lame Michael Bay explosions that he does that really tick me off. So, yeah. Okay. That's fine. Next up, The Gentleman. Guy Ritchie is back to his old shenanigans of British gangster movies. Yes. This is what he should do forever.
Yeah, this is I'm all about this.
I love Guy Ritchie's movies.
This is exactly what I want from him. Now that he is firmly out of the Madonna period in his life, I've been able to watch some of his movies and he's done the Sherlock Holmes movies, which I don't think are stellar, but I enjoy them.
I do like those.
The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I don't think is stellar, but I have enjoyed it.
I forgot he did that.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed that movie. That was the Batman versus Superman movie I wanted.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was
Rock and Roller, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Snatch, which is probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's right up there with Terrence's Can't Hardly Wait for Him.
I didn't see Aladdin. I didn't see King Arthur.
I saw King Arthur.
Oh, yeah, Guy Ritchie did do Aladdin.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, the new one?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, a.k.a. Pre-Snatch. Like, that was good. So,
yep.
But yeah, this is what he does best, and that's what this looks like, and I can't wait for it, man.
Yeah, and it's got a good cast. It's Hugh Grant is in this.
Yeah, your boy.
Yeah, I love Hugh Grant.
No, your boy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
That was so funny. I was like, I like Hugh Grant. Yeah. Hugh Grant's in it. And more importantly, Matthew McConaughey's in it. And it's kind of interesting because he's not playing a British gentleman at all. He's just like, I'm an American guy who sells weed. It's like, well, that's very American. I look forward to it. It's got he always gets really good people to be in his movies. Colin
Farrell.
Yeah. Like, these are actors playing characters. Like, I know that might sound stupid, but like, that's where he excels. When his actors are playing characters, and the story surrounds themselves with the characters. Not when the story is bigger than the characters. Like Aladdin. The story is bigger than Aladdin and Jasmine. But Snatch, do you remember the plot to Snatch? No, you don't. You remember
vaguely.
Right. You remember Bullet Tooth Tony. You remember Brad Pitt's mumbling ass character. You remember Bricktop. You remember Turkish. You remember his boy. You remember Boris the Blade. Right. Like, those are
they're really ensemble cast,
right?
Focused. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a good way of explaining it, actually. Yeah. So, of Guy Ritchie's movies like this, I love all of them. Rock and Roll, it really does not get enough credit for being as good.
It really doesn't. Yeah, people forget about it.
Yeah, they do. But Snatch, I think, that's the high watermark for a lot of people. Also, Brad Pitt doing his fucking pikey accent is just so good. Why would I want a caravan? It's got no fucking wheels. Yeah, so that looks really good. All right, let's talk about Birds of Prey, the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn as well. I'll start with you two guys. Michael, what do you think?
I think it's fine. I didn't know what to expect from this. I would watch it. I might even pay to watch it. Because I'm very curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
A big deal is being made that, a lot of it is focused on Harley and not of the birds of prey.
Right.
To that I say,
Marketing.
Nobody knows who the birds of prey are. Everyone knows who Harley is now. And they called it Birds of Prey, one, because the Birds of Prey are in it, and two, nobody wants to say the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Nobody's going to say that. They're going to say, I want to see Birds of Prey. One ticket to Birds of Prey, please.
2 tickets to the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Right.
What? Birds of Prey. Oh, all right.
So, and look, I guess I understand, but it's just a title, yo. Like, it's just a title. Like, this is a Harley Quinn vehicle. And I've accepted that. And I'm kind of curious about it. Like, it looks like it might be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not wearing the mask,
Yeah, he is.
He'll put the mask on.
Yeah, he does in the it's like at 1:35 he's wearing it. It's just a brief moment. I try to tell. I was talking to, I think it was Malcolm in the fan group. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a reveal, because again, most people don't know who the fuck Black Mask is. Only nerds know who he is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a big deal when he puts the mask on and be like, oh shit, there he is. Like, yeah, it's for the audience who doesn't know, and the vast majority of the audience doesn't know who he is.
But it looks like a chick heist movie, and with the character that and quite frankly, the biggest actor in the movie, or one of the bigger actors in the movie, front and center. Yeah, I get it.
Right. Terrence, your thoughts?
I wasn't impressed. Like, okay, fine. It looks like a sequel to fucking
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah. Looks very bright. She was almost a focal point in Suicide Squad. She was the best part of the movie.
Breakout character.
That's why they're doing this. But I was just kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, when it comes out, I'll see it. I don't know if I'm going to pay to see it, but I'll see it eventually.
Yeah, so
I wasn't super excited.
Yeah. So for me, it's just a series of scenes, right? Like, it's a teaser trailer. Like, it's not a narrative trailer. It's not a story trailer. So I don't really know what's happening. It's just like action sequence, grandiose scene, action sequence, grandiose scene. Like, it's just, hey, like, these things are happening. So I don't really quite know what's going on.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I don't either. I think it makes it look sporadic and kind of crazy. That being said, I don't give a shit about the sequence of the naming of the movie. Like, to me, it's a minor thing that doesn't, it makes sense from a marketing standpoint. It's like, if you called it Harley Quinn and then you had Birds of Prey in it, you'd be like, would they be enough? Like, would that make sense? I don't know. Is Harley Quinn an interesting enough name for the movie? I don't know. Maybe it's just a marketing thing, right? Like,
I don't give a fuck about the name of the movie.
Right? No, but a lot of people do.
A lot of people do, though.
Right? And it's just like, well, why wasn't it called a Harley Quinn movie? Because they subvert the narrative, right? They're like, it's Birds of Prey and all this huge long subtitle, but it's a Harley Quinn vehicle, and they seem to be more of the subplot of the story as we know it now. Like, right? So we don't really know. It's a marketing thing. Like, that's not enough for me to see or not see a movie. I think it looks like it's shot well. It looks like it's shot interestingly, at least in parts. Harley looks like she's having, or Margot Robbie looks like she's having a good time, and she's a fucking great actress.
She also looks like she's having a bit of trouble holding that accent.
Yeah, I may need her to just let it go, honestly. Because it's getting a little too over the top in some parts. And
just do your American accent. Like, you don't have to fluctuate and all
right,
that
yeah,
shit.
It's getting a little... There's a couple times I was like, that's... Okay, that's
do
not
your regular American accent, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, look, people will forgive it.
Right.
If they forgave Halle Berry for her American Storm, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. But I'm interested to see how they kind of do this sort of girl gang thing, and how that works out. It definitely is a Harley vehicle. It doesn't change. Nothing about that trailer makes me want to see it any more or any less than I did before.
Yeah,
That's where I am.
Yeah,
I don't have any hard feelings at all about it.
that's fair.
I like what I want to see is when the story trailer comes out, whenever that comes out, that will give me a much better indication as to what narratively this is going to be about.
Yeah.
And then you can because the scenes will be a little bit longer. You'll be able to, I mean, it's just like pop, pop, pop. It's just like there's flashes. Like you don't see anything for more than about 8 seconds before she's jumping on some dude's knees, which really looked painful.
Did you guys watch Bumblebee?
No, I haven't seen Bumblebee.
I heard that what did you like it?
Yeah, it was good.
The screenwriter for that wrote this.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna praise it for its screenwriter. I just enjoyed it for what it was. I guess you could do the same for this, but
We'll see.
So I don't know. But yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm not all out. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Like it's not like Venom. I was completely out when I saw the
haven't
Venom
seen
trailer.
it?
No, I'm not going to. And we ain't gonna do the we watch trash either for it. Like fuck that.
I don't want to see it again.
yeah, I don't want to see it.
Like, you're not telling me
Damn,
anything.
that shit is that bad.
Here's the thing. You're not telling me anything I don't already know. I'm good. All right. That is it for us for this week. We will see you guys next week. Make sure you check out that review for Joker and the review for Dolomite Is My Name, and share them out. We thoroughly appreciate it. Also, check out our other shows, Dense Pixels, which is our video game show, new episode this week. Look Forward, our political show, new episode out every week, where Andy and I slowly go mad. So that's pretty cool.
Kind of like the president.
It's not slow. It's only day 10. It's only been 10 days. We should impeach him. Yes, the fuck we should.
New episode of The Man with the Golden Tongues is being recorded tomorrow as of this taping, and it'll be out later on in the week.
All right. What are you guys doing?
I can tell you, we're gonna rank the Bond cold opens. So those are the pre-credit action sequences.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
What are our top 10 and bottom 5?
All right, there you go.
I gotta watch them all.
Yeah, that's a lot. All right, that's it for us, guys, and we will see you guys next time.
See you.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.